um, take you through some beginner and some expert things you should be doing with your LinkedIn profile. Obviously, today I'm going to try something a little different where I'm actually going to go in and physically edit the profile and physically make the changes. I may go through some things kind of quickly, but on the flip side, I'm recording this, I'm putting it on YouTube, so you can certainly get a copy of the YouTube and go back and watch what I did. And I think that'll be more beneficial to you updating your profile than me just kind of giving you theory, if that makes sense. So the first thing I want you to look at is I just went to this gentleman, Charles, I went to his profile. And the first thing we can see right here is an address, okay? And today I'm going to stress what's called search engine optimization. There's a lot of things you should be setting up on your LinkedIn profile that are actually going to help your website's search engine optimization. I know that may seem crazy and doesn't make sense, but you just have to trust me. And there's things you need to do on your LinkedIn profile that help that process. So first thing right off the bat, you're going to see that Charles has an address that is linkedin.com/pub/Charles Cascio / a ton of numbers, okay? He hasn't taken the time to set up what's called a custom web address. And the search engines look at that and they realize that it's not complete. They want to see it done. So what you do to fix that is go to Profile and click on Edit Profile. And click on the little Edit button next to that LinkedIn address. And you'll come to this screen. And up here at the top, you're going to see an area that says Your URL. Just click Customize Your Public URL. And you'll see that his is blank. He hasn't customized it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it his name, Charles Cascio. And you'll see that's available, and I'm going to set the URL. That's going to absolutely help his brand. One, the search engines look and say, okay, this guy took the time to set that up. He knows what he's doing. But two, it starts to link everything together. And you'll see now that it says linkedin.com/in/Charles Cascio. Excellent. So that's complete. That's set up. Everyone should have that set up. That's a no-brainer. The next thing I want to show you is when we click on, and again, I'm just at his profile. I'm in his contact information. So you'll see that he's got his email address. That's excellent. He's got his phone number. That's excellent. And he's got his address. That's excellent. And again, I want all these things to match your actual website. Whatever email address you use on your website, I want it here. Whatever phone number you use on your website, I want it here, address, etc. What you're going to see down here, though, is something that's not set up. And it says website, and it says company website. Okay? Now, if you go to your LinkedIn profile and see that, that's an opportunity for something to fix. So go up again to Profile, click on Edit Profile, and select Edit Contact Information. And next to the website is a little pencil. Click on that. I want you to select Other. Okay? There's a little drop down. It says company website, but I want you to select Other. And what I want you to do is name the website really what your agency name is. So what I've gone in here and done is, let me see if it lets me do it. Good. What I've done is I've changed it to Charles J. Cascio INS LLC. Again, that's matching his website, his tag, and it's a lot better than company website. And again, this has SEO implications. And again, these are a lot of little minute secrets that people aren't going to tell you. You know, they may not make sense, but you just have to understand that LinkedIn, Facebook, your website, they're all part of the same puzzle. And these things get what's called scanned or indexed. And you want to make sure that there's synergy between the things, and that way you get more scanning. So again, make sure your website in your social media presence has your agency name on it, okay? I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to assume that everyone has a complete summary, everyone has a complete experience. I'm going to scroll down to this new section called Skills and Expertise. Not going to spend too much time on it because I talked about it a few weeks ago, but you'll see that his is blank. So if I click on Add Skills and Expertise, you're going to see that a little box opens up, and you can actually add up to 50 skills. I'm going to suggest to everyone right off the bat, I want to see you have 3 to 5 skills. I want to see that 2 are detailed and 2 are generic. So first I'm going to do the generic skills for him. I'm going to put insurance. I'm going to put customer service. So those are his two generic. And for his detailed, I'm going to put employee benefits, and I'm going to put healthcare reform. So again, I want to see everyone have between 3 and 5 skills listed here. And what's going to happen is when people come to the profile, they're going to be able to endorse him for this. This is part of what's called your social activity ranking. Google wants to see that people are coming to your profile, and they want to see that there's actually people, endorsing you and interacting with you. So if I just kind of quickly go to my profile, you'll see down here that I have 4 currently. I have social media marketing, insurance, website design, lead generation. And you'll see that, I have 99 plus people have endorsed me for social media marketing. 99 plus, and just by the way, 99 plus is the most you'll ever see. I probably have, in upwards of, a few hundred on some of these, and that's good. The search engines are seeing that, and the user can obviously click on these arrows and see every person who's endorsed you. So again, just something simple there. You want to put 2 generic terms, 2 detailed terms. And that's going to help, 1, get you listed, but 2, get you some endorsements. So the next thing I want to talk about is a little bit more advanced. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the network area and click on contacts and take a look at his organization of his contacts. And one thing that you guys should understand is LinkedIn is pretty much its own little database. And if you can organize your database, you can really utilize this stuff. It can really pay off and really help you. So you'll see on the left here, he's done a pretty good job. He's set up what are called tags, right? He set up a folder for potential clients, current medical clients, current life clients, friends, auto insurance clients. And what I want to see everyone doing, obviously, is I want to see that you go in here and create folders. They're called tags. And you can do that by clicking on the little Manage button right here. So if you haven't done this yet, you can go in and click on Manage and just type in a name. And that creates a folder. Then what you want to look at next is what's called the untagged folder down here. And you'll see that he's got 63 connections that are untagged. That means he connected with them, but he never put them in folders. Okay? So what you want to do is select that untagged folder, and it's going to bring up those 63 people. And I can kind of just scroll down and look at them. And what you want to do is you want to organize them. So let's just say, and I'll just do a few as an example, let's say we're going to find his medical clients. So Michael's a medical client, Beverly's a medical client, and all I'm doing, guys, is checking, putting a little click next to their face. There's a little box. And what you want to do is you want to go through and you want to select no more than 50 people, okay, that are going to be that target market, that are going to fit that folder. Because, again, just to slow it down, we're trying to get the people that are unorganized and put them into folders to organize them. So we go, we select them, and you'll see up here, well, you'll see that it's moving all the people we've selected right here, okay? What we want to do next is click on the Edit Tag key, okay? And guys, again, for those of you that came on late, I'm going to put this on YouTube in a few minutes. You can rewatch it, go slow, and go through it. I think that'll be the best way to learn. So if you click on the Edit Tag button, it pulls up all of the folders. And if I click on Current Medical Clients and put a check there and hit Save, you're going to see that it went from having 24 to having 29. And the untagged folder went from 63 to 58. So we move those people into the correct folder. So one of the things that I've always tried to stress to you guys, and I hear it time and time again, Ken, I use LinkedIn, I don't get any results. Nothing happens. And, you know, as most of you guys know, I'm a big believer in, you know, being aggressive with this stuff. But to be aggressive, you have to do all the little things to be able to utilize LinkedIn's potential. So if you move all of your clients into subfolders, one, that organizes the people. And you know what, let me rewind. Guys, I'm a marketing guy, okay? And I believe in playing the statistics or playing the percentages. So in my opinion, let's say you want to market that you're getting involved with, what is it, defined contribution. Okay, that's the new thing. You're excited about it. You feel you can save business owners money with defined contribution. You're all excited. You want to send a message out to all your clients. Now, the problem is that let's say you have 100 connections on LinkedIn. You got 50 individuals. They don't work for companies. They're sole proprietors. They are not employee benefit eligible. And you got 50 guys who are employee benefit eligible. It doesn't make sense to send out this group health insurance message to the 50 people that aren't even going to be interested in it. One, they're going to start to tune you out. And two, it just doesn't make sense. It's a waste of your time. So that's why I want to see you come in here and set up these subfolders to really try to organize these people you're connected to. That gives you the ability to come in and say, okay, this message I'm going to market is for business owners. This market I'm going to message is for individuals. Then you can go in and select that folder. It'll pull up all the people in that target. You can hit select all and click the send message button, right? And then what you can do is you can write up a message that's geared towards that target market. It's going to increase results, but more importantly, this should save you time. And one of the things that I've run into is I've seen some of my clients who haven't taken the time to organize all their connections. Then they want to send a message, and let's say they have 500 connections, and they're going through and they're kind of hand selecting the people out of 500. It takes them 3 hours. To me, that's unacceptable. If you want, for me, I have about 3,000 connections. I can go into LinkedIn and send a targeted message to over 1,500 people in probably under 10 minutes. That's because I've put in the time to organize it all. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of you guys have run into this. You get excited about doing this stuff, but you haven't done the little steps necessary to get yourself organized, and then you really can't accomplish your goals because you're just not in that position. So guys, I'm sorry if I'm rambling on, but it starts with going in and saying, okay, I got 200, like Charlie, I got 160 connections. Do I have subfolders? Have I gone in and have I organized all the people I'm connected with? Right now, this guy Charles, he hasn't. He's still got 58 people he needs to go through. So you got to go through, organize them, and then you have the ability to send out a targeted message. Now, the only tip I'll give you is in these tags, these folders, do not put more than 50 people in a folder. Reason being, LinkedIn only allows you to send a mass message to 50 people at once. So, common question. Well, Ken, I have 100 potential Medicare clients. Okay, then have a folder called Medicare 1, and then have a second folder called Medicare 2, and have 50 in each folder. That's how you get around it. And that's just something that I figured out through trial and error. So that's what I suggest with that, and that's how you're going to start to see big results. Most common question I get about this, well, Ken, this seems like a lot of work. Can't I just send out a normal email? I have these people's email addresses, and the answer is, of course you can. But what I've found is that if I use LinkedIn's messaging tools, I tend to get a 73 to 78% open rate on my message, where if I send it out with normal email, I'm getting between 40 and 50%. So we're talking about a 25% increase in visibility to the message, and that's why LinkedIn's messaging tools can be really, really valuable. People tend to look at it as, oh, I got a message from one of my LinkedIn connections. I'm going to spend some time looking at this and see what it is. Whereas if they see you get an email like, oh, that's spam, I'm just going to delete it. So there is a strategy to it. There is a thought process to it. And, again, I wouldn't do it unless it worked. Guys, I have very little time. So I'm always trying to be efficient and doing things that make me profitable. And this is one of the little things that helps. So just to review, make sure you go in and do these little things with the setup of your profile. It's going to make a big difference with search engine optimization. And, as we move close, long story short, your social presences are becoming more and more of an impact on your brand. You got to make sure this stuff's set up correctly because it can affect you in a negative way. So make sure you do that. Then take some time and go in and make sure that you have all your connections organized. It's going to allow you to be a little bit more aggressive.